Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at how you can complete the final trump card mission for the Fighting Legend Goku event, and basically, yeah, how you can beat it without using any items. It's not anything too crazy. It is pretty straightforward. Obviously, the Fighting Legend Goku event, for those who don't know, originally was one of the strongest and hardest events in the game, but it has taken a little bit of a step back nowadays, and they did a revamped version called the Fighting Legend Goku GT and the Fighting Legend Vegeta events, both of which are considerably harder. With that being said, it is pretty good stuff, and it's still a lot of fun in a lot of ways. So for me, I find it to be a pretty good, pretty interesting event, and I think most players will enjoy obviously running this event. And I think, the no item runs, like I said, I'm trying to focus on more doing the categories we didn't cover yet with the free-to-play runs, so you will see some newer categories just to spice it up, but also you should see some reattempts with like a more, or some of the categories that we've already done, because it is still to a certain extent quite important. Now, the final trump card category for Dokkan is not bad. It's a pretty good leader skill overall. I think it needs some new leads. The best lead currently is actually Kaioken Goku, but the category does get some new leads in the future, but it's generally speaking like a pretty strong category, because it includes a lot of techniques that the characters use in their worst situations, which surprisingly tends to be their most powerful techniques. Things like Spirit Bombs, Kaiokens, Fusions, Patara, hell, they even have the Tri-Blast Cannon here. So there's plenty of great techniques like that obviously lend itself to final trump card. And so, for the most part, it's a pretty powerful, pretty strong category. What we're using a Fused Fighters variation of the team. So we're using the Strength, Ultimate, and Supreme Fusion Gogeta as our lead. Just a great unit. Originally was super strong for this event, and obviously remains to be super strong for this event. A unit that's fallen off a little bit, but I'm sure we'll get an easy A soon, and will be an absolute menace, just as a unit in general. Then alongside, or in lieu of this category, we're obviously using the Tech Vegito, just a super strong unit that builds up super quickly, and especially in these slightly longer events where he gets the time to build up, you're going to see him be a very common unit, because he does build up, he does have a lot of strength in him, he is really strong as a unit, and I think he does help out a lot. He does bring a lot to the table. So for me, I would say that he is definitely like a very strong unit for this. Then alongside him, we're using the AGL, Transforming Super Saiyan Gogeta, a pretty strong unit as well. Obviously his recent EZA has made him absolutely badass. He's got 70% evasion when he transforms, he does huge damage, he has guaranteed crits, and yeah, he just looks really crazy. He looks really solid. So Gogeta is pretty awesome. I think Gogeta is, if you've got him and you've EZA'd him, he's pretty much a lock and load ready for any top team. So yeah, Gogeta helps out a lot, and he links up great with quite a few units here, so that does help as well. The Tech Gogeta we're also using, so we are using Tech Gogeta. Very SS4 Gogeta, very strong unit. I think a lot of people maybe forgot about him or don't use him that much, because he's a very strong unit. He's got greatly raising attack and defense. He has attack and defense at 150%, high chance of his attacks being effective against all types. He has an additional attack and defense of 25% for 5 turns with each super attack performed. Plus he's also got that 70% chance of evading supers, so he's a pretty strong unit, I think. Obviously against int units he can tend to be torn up a little bit, but generally speaking, he's pretty powerful. For me, at least, he looks really good still, and I like him a lot. So I always get a bit confused when people say he's maybe not great, or he's mid, or he's average, or he's not as good as they thought he would be. Yeah, I don't know. I find him to be very good. And pairing with him, we have our friend lead, who's the Fused Fighter lead, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Obviously a super duper powerful unit, very strong leader skill, and yeah, just a great unit. We transform him eventually just because, but a very strong unit, like just in general. Medium chance of crits, high chance of launching additional super, high chance of evading the enemy's super attacks, attacks effective against all types, crit chance and damage reduction of 7% per rainbow key sphere, attack and defense of 177%. Just good stuff in general. Honestly speaking, I think he's just really good. And I like him, especially with the final trump card. I think the Fused Fighters team got a lot better. And I think Gogeta is incredibly good from that perspective. So I really like Gogeta. I think he's great. And yeah, he really helps out the team. And for the most part, he's just really solid. An incredibly solid unit that just tends to do a lot of great work. So yeah, I really like SS4 Gogeta, or well, the SS4 duo that turns into Gogeta, and I think he's a great starting point for a lot. He's really good, like in general, with just everything he does. So really good stuff. The rest, like, there's plenty of options for final trump cards, so you don't have to stick to this team. You can go full Potara, full Fusion, you can go full Wicked Bloodlines almost, you can go full Terrifying Conquerors. There's like so many different team builds to use, so there's really not a good or a bad team build. I just kind of wanted to go more Fusion orientated. I just think it's a lot better. The final LR that I have in the team is the Tech Gogeta, who you've just seen me use the active of, and he's just great. Again, creates orbs, a really good unit, and just has like a lot going for him. Heal, ability to foresee super attacks, damage reduction, chance of crit, nullification of unarmed super attacks. So just a lot, really. And in general, I think just really good stuff. For me, at least, I think he looks great, and yeah, I'm really happy with like his role on the team as a floater. I think suits him so much better than the main unit. Like him healing, him foreseeing super attacks, all these very useful tools that he has, I think are exceptional and do help out a lot. So I'm really happy about like that in general, and yeah, I think yeah, really happy with everything he brings to the table. So yeah, I think overall the final trump card team does really well. Good timing as well. I didn't even have to cut the footage for the run, which shows also how much stronger in general like the team has gotten. So yeah, pretty good stuff overall, and yeah, I think most players will be happy with this team build. So give it a try if you want to really know item in this category challenge, or if you haven't beaten this category challenge, give it a try. But until then, bye.